Jerry Tighe could flat out run, and he came to Whitworth during an era of great pirate runners. Names like Lauren McKnight, Monty Moore, and Lynn Long had led Whitworth to back-to-back runner-up finishes at the NAIA Cross Country Championships in 1965. But Jerry's determination to train, drive for success, and his accomplishments on a national level eventually set him atop the list as the best pirate runner of his time. Jerry hailed from Vancouver, BC, and was recruited by former pirate coach Arnie Pellure twice, first in 1964, when Arnie was still at Yakima CC, then in 1966, when Arnie started coaching at Whitworth. When Jerry finally came to Spokane, he arrived without a student visa, without having taken the SAT, and 2 weeks into the semester. Needless to say, he had some catching up to do, and running had to take a backseat for a while. He came to Whitworth with a lot of Canadian pride, said former teammate Lynn Long, who preceded Tighe at Whitworth by 2 years. He bragged a lot about his great training and the great trails he ran up in Canada, but mostly he came here to be good. Jerry worked as hard to win in practice as he did in any race. We both knew he had a God-given gift, and the harder we trained, the better we would become, and so it was natural for us to push each other in practice, said Lauren McKnight, who was himself a great pirate runner who held the school record in the 800 meters for more than 30 years. And Jerry Tighe would go on to beat a lot of people. In cross country, he regularly frustrated runners from Washington State, Eastern Washington, and Idaho by showing them up in local races. He won the NAIA District 1 race 3 years in a row and competed at NAIA Nationals all 3 of those seasons. An untimely illness led to a 58th place finish in his first national meet in 1967, but he was an All-American as a junior and senior. His best finish was 11th place in 1968. Long knew that Tighe's determination to win was developed every day during training. Jerry was very competitive in practice, Long said. He wanted to beat you as much as he wanted to beat anybody else from the other teams. Tighe was not just a standout in cross country. He excelled in long-distance races on the track, both indoor and outdoor. He qualified for the NAIA Indoor National Championships 3 years in a row, running the 2-mile distance. He earned All-American honors each of those seasons by finishing among the top 6 competitors. His best finish came in 1970 when he finished 3rd in the nation. His indoor 2-mile time of 9:02.5 is still a Whitworth record. He also excelled outdoors. In the spring of 1968, he competed in his first NAIA Outdoor Championships and finished 6th in the 5,000 meters. In 1969, he competed on a national level throughout the season, posting top 10 finishes in distance races at meets like the prestigious Drake Relays and the Modesto Relays. Finally, at the NAIA Championships that season, he finished as national runner-up in the 3-mile event. He went on to compete internationally for Canada in the 5K and the 10K at the Pacific Conference Games in Tokyo in September of 1969. He later ran for Canada at the World Cross Country Championships in Vichy, France in 1970 and in Canada versus Italy meet in September of 1971 in Rome. Jerry finished his Whitworth career as an 8-time NAIA All-American, twice in cross country, 3 times in indoor track, and twice in outdoor track. All of those miles racing meant lots of training, and it wasn't always a pleasure to train with Jerry. Lauren McKnight says that Jerry had a loose bone in his ankle that would click every time he took a stride. First mile, click, click, click. Second mile, click, click, click. McKnight says nothing ever required his patience more than running with Jerry and listening to that sound. In fact, he once begged Jerry to wrap his ankle before they trained, but Jerry never did. Third mile, click, 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 and so on. But Jerry was also well known on campus for his ability to have fun. Jerry and his fellow Canadian Ian Fisher were well known for their outgoing and playful nature, Lynn Long said. Jerry seemed to embody the philosophy of play hard and train hard. Following graduation, Jerry went to graduate school at the University of Oregon, where he joined the powerful Oregon Track Club and continued to compete at a national level while training with the likes of Steve Prefontaine and Alberto Salazar. Jerry eventually returned home to British Columbia, where he worked as a sports administrator for BC Athletics, served as an assistant coach for some time at Simon Fraser University, and as a race director for Canadian Cross Country. Now retired, Jerry continues to volunteer as a coach and director for the Hershey Harriers Club cross country team. Ladies and gentlemen, for miles of training that led to honor for Whitworth on the track and the cross-country course, for the positive impact he had on those around him, both athletes and the overall student body, and for the contribution he has made to running and athletics throughout his life. The Whitworth Crimson Club is proud to present for induction today into the Heritage Gallery Hall of Fame, Jerry Tighe.